stop and think about how brave Stephanie was to grab that knife off the dashboard and stab John Walsh.
I like the Titanic. It's cool.
She's a hero for every victim out there. She
My
did
arm
everything
break
she could
for
to
a
fight
little
her way
bit.
out of there.
I don't know why.
We talk about her often. And it changed me and my family so much.
No, not in real life.
27. We had her a short period of time compared to what we had to live without her. It's been 40 years
Remove melon.
since Stephanie disappeared, but it
Here?
seems like 40 minutes in my heart.
People don't know it's. Hold on. Yep, people didn't hurt me, and why am I destroying these? Can't go to bed now.
My mother was an outgoing person, fun-loving. That was where her spirit was. They saw Linda laying diagonally across her bed. It would have been a slow, painful death. He come in, he pulled a gun out and pushed her down and put a gun to her head. The police, they came after Jeff quite a bit. They collected DNA evidence. They had no idea how valuable that would be 40 years later. It was aggravating. My mom was killed almost 40 years ago. And every day you think, well, was this son of a bitch ever going to get caught?
To approach the residence. We went to his house, and it was kind of like earlier in the afternoon. I was a little worried because it was a very angry thing.
Oh, man.
Hello?
Can't sleep.
And he brought us up and answered the door.
I guess I will.
He broke into our house and beat and strangled my mom and then left like nothing.
There was really no emotion from him.
You've been wanting the name for almost 40 years, and then all of a sudden you get handed the name. It's like, I never had a clue.
Gonna turn it into dark. Ugh. Oh yeah, I forgot something.
And Linda Slayton were sisters. They both lived
And
in the same
they
apartment
were
complex.
not
They would
seen.
meet for coffee every
And
morning.
And that particular morning,
Pumpkin
Judy had came down and
wasn't
knocked on the door.
sleepy or
When nobody came to the door.
only Millet because he was tired. And
And as she was walking
And
away to go back to her apartment,
I
she
mean,
glanced
Pumpkin
over
was like,
toward where Linda's bedroom was and noticed that the window was open and the screen was missing.
like he said,
When
I don't,
Judy looked into the window,
I
she
don't
saw
want to
Linda
be
laying diagonally
here
across the
anymore.
bed. Her feet were off the edge of the bed, hanging down. There was blood present, and she could
But
see
he
an
couldn't
object
leave.
around her neck. She screamed and got the attention of a maintenance worker, and then they got somebody to call 911.
Lakeland police arrive in minutes.
He looked,
Through the window,
noticed
they
it
see
was
Linda
dark,
Slayton's lifeless body.
but he had a light.
But authorities have another problem. Where are her two sons?
But
Tim
it
and
didn't
Jeff.
go.
Tim was only 12 years old at the time. Jeff was 15. There was a concern that the kids may still be inside.
not knowing exactly what they were going to see or find. They're knocking on the doors, knocking on windows, and they're not getting any response from anybody.
First responders can't afford to wait a second longer.
So they decide to enter through another
So many
window
bubbles
and
came
saw
down
Tim in the back bedroom.
at the night.
And they saw the kids
That
were
if
okay.
you flip your phone, it looks like
I looked up and I was like,
stars.
why is the cop waking me up? And he said, go outside with your brother. He never mentioned my mother's name.
It looks so...
So I get up, I start walking outside.
Or
And when
make
he
it
opened my
like
bedroom
that.
door, they were coming out of my mother's room, opened her door, and that's when I
And
started
not
to find
flip
him.
your phone.
I saw my mother's
This is
partially
very
pushed body hanging
cold.
off the bed,
That
with a
this can
yellow
make you
tourniquet
sleep,
around her neck, and then blood everywhere.
right?
So I knew right then she was murdered.
So then it became
She
morning,
was laying crossways across the bed.
and
Her
so
dress pulled down below her breasts, and her
yeah, Bella's
dress
okay.
pulled up. It was bunched up on her midsection.
Seeing like what happened to Linda Slate.
At the time of her death,
So
31-year-old
Lois
Linda has begun to turn
was
life
here
around for her
at
family.
My mother
Yep.
and father met in their teenage years, way back in the early
He
60s.
he
My mother
wanted
was
to go
15
here.
years old when my brother was born. She was outgoing, fun-loving, and just go do things all the time. That was what her spirit was.
Linda's outgoing personality.
So Melon ran to his house.
My father,
Yep.
when I was growing up very
Definitely
young, he was
not
an
delete him.
alcoholic and he was a mean person. And when I was a little kid, I can remember they would fight a lot. My mom eventually left him and took me and my brother to Florida because his drinking was just out of hand.
Things start looking up for Linda and her kids when they moved to Florida in 1974.
We stayed with our grandparents, but it was fun, man, because we lived on a farm. I mean, we had a 400-acre backyard to play in. She eventually got an old Chevy Impala. I remember being dark green. We called it the Green Machine. And me and my mom and my brother Jeff, we would just go to the beach or just a park and have a picnic.
Then something great. Everything started to fall. And they all died.
My mom would make her own clothes and walk to work. We grew up poor.
Sorry,
but,
I have asthma.
she could always make these awesome meals all the time.
But they dropped on it. And then everything fell. And it got destroyed.
Tim actually came home first.
And then the
And was hanging out
C4
with Linda.
exploded.
Me and my mother went next door to the man's house, and there was 3 other couples there.
And they were
And,
still on.
The women were all at the table playing cards.
And they died.
There was a pregnant woman in there reading people's palms. And she read my mother's palm, and she looked at her and she said, "You're going to have a very short life." I think my mom gave her a puzzled look, like, how did you know that by reading somebody's palm? Well, I guess the woman was right. Because she was dead the next day.
Yep, definitely gotta kill him.
When police entered Linda Slayton's bedroom, it wasn't really disorganized in there. The bed was made, you could see footprints on the floor, and they did find a shoe print on one of Linda's pillows.
Based on the footprints, it appeared that the person entered through the open window where the screen was moved.
Linda's body is sent for autopsy. As police police launched their hunt for the killer. Crime scene investigators immediately make what could be a key discovery.
There was some partial palm prints on the window sill. It turned out that they were able to lift using tape, dusting it.
Glad Melly
Misleading the way TV
wasn't
portrays
on
pranks.
there.
People have an assumption that you get a print and they're automatically going to catch somebody. But you have to be able to match that print to a
And
suspect.
every
In the critical hours following the crime, police worked to gather as much information about Linda's relationship as possible. Neighbors tell investigators that Linda is having problems with her oldest son, Jeff.
Linda's actually telling neighbors that she don't know what to do with Jeff. He's being rebellious, and she just don't know how to handle that.
My brother Jeff was a typical teenager, you know, mouthy, cocky, want to argue. So him and my mom would have arguments from time to time. Linda Slayton was a tiny woman.
until
15-year-old.
someone
Jeff
came
was a football
into the
player.
pool
He was
and
a very healthy kid.
be like, what the heck
A cop looked at my
happens
brother
here?
Jeff and said, you know, you're a big guy. You got
So, wait, no, it's Smell It. And he said, what the heck happened here? Oh, hey, my friends are alive, hopefully.
I remember kind of anticipating this
Hey,
interview
wait,
and thinking,
what
okay,
happened?
Make sure that he talks about this.
Yo, was it that?
I wanted you to
No.
call him.
Hello?
Hi, sister. James here.
Oh my,
Hi, sister. James here.
oh my god. Are you, is this a joke?
How's it going?
I'm so shook right now. You just need
What am I watching?
Detectives are eager to question Linda's 15-year-old son, Jeff, about an argument he had with his mom the night in 1981 before
And
she
he
was
was
killed.
like,
The night before this
Got
all
a-
happened, Jeff came
and
home
then
from
some
football.
underwater?
He was angry, and he got frustrated with
Hey, Mom.
Linda, because there really wasn't a whole lot in there. So he got aggravated with her and stormed
No.
out of the house.
According to Jeff, he jumped on his bicycle and rode up to his grandparents.
And
They
he
fed him,
looked
and then
at
they
the
brought him
bottom.
back around 9:30.
And
he didn't know
that
where
was
his
the same
mom was
food.
at the time, and she
And
came home from next door and
that's
told him that there was a
tea.
little get-together next door,
And that's
where she
the
was.
thing
Jeff
that was
watching
destroyed.
TV, and then he
And
went to
that's
sleep.
the table.
Tim also tells police where he was that
And
night.
that's the cage.
He was on the team, and his coach had picked him up.
And that's
went
the
off to
bed.
football practice,
And
then the coach dropped him
that's
off.
the
7,
part
7:30.
that he saw. And
The
he
original
saw
detectives did a phone
the
interview
same
with Timothy's football coach. And
thing.
he told them Linda did step to his truck when he was dropping the boys off and asked him how Timothy performed at practice that day.
So, he was like,
Boys'
no.
stories are confirmed by their grandparents and football coach. But investigators
Didn't
are
hurt
satisfied.
something.
The police took us down and put us in the
So,
tiny
well,
room with no
we
windows.
found
One
only
recording after the
inch
question.
syringe. There was only
They came
3.
after Jeff quite a bit.
Jeff agrees to submit to polygraph testing.
But, no,
The main question they asked was,
accidentally used one, but they're still fine.
I was in a state of shock. I didn't know why they was doing it to me. I didn't hear nothing. It never been so hard to live with. I didn't hear nothing. Cause I'd have killed that son of a bitch. But I didn't hear nothing. And that's hard to live with. I lived my whole life. I was in an apartment that happened to my mom, and I didn't hear nothing.
Jeff was polygraphed on 2 occasions. The first time was inconclusive, second time they were able to determine that he was not involved.
Three days after Linda's murder, the autopsy report lands on detectives' desks.
The autopsy results showed that Linda had died from strangulation.
They noted that the coat hanger, how tight it was around her neck, and that there were claw marks, which appeared to be from her trying to get this thing off of her to be able to breathe.
And she also had an injury inside her vaginal cavity. It was a laceration, and we believe something was inserted in there that caused that injury, and that's where a lot of the blood came from.
They're trying to get any evidence, what they can, off of the victim. So you're going to do fingernail clippings and scrapings. You're going to do the sexual battery kit.
They were able to collect semen, and they found that the semen was intact, which was very helpful. But there was no database for semen or blood types or anything like that. They would have to have it tested, try to make a match on a possible suspect of a blood type.
As investigators search for the killer, Tim and Jeff say goodbye to their mother.
It was sure hell. You're looking at where she was trying to get this coat hanger off her neck, and the people at the funeral home try to make it up and look as best they can. You can just see where she was digging so hard. Trying to get that
You can customize your phone in ways like never before with this new app. Fonts Art is a brilliant keyboard that will help you turn the ideas you want to share with people into aesthetically pleasing messages. We offer icon maker and themes for your iPhone for full screen redesign. Home screen theme is a new level of customization. Wallpaper, app icons, and widgets are carefully selected and perfectly matched to make your screen aesthetic.
His grandparents do the best they can to give Tim and Jeff a normal life and routine.
After about 2 weeks, we went back to playing football and hanging out with my friends. Coach Joe and the coaches were supportive. My team players were supportive. This coach and one other coach would come pick me up quite often, or take me home. Coach Joe and the other coaches, they knew the game, and we were trying to learn the fundamentals of playing the game of football. We looked up to these guys. The pain was still there, but it was good to get back into a routine, to live life again, to get on with my life.
So then, Titanic was going to be built
Police turn to another
again.
member of the